Brought to you by American Humane.
Get the truth and nothing but the truth with Sherwin Hughes every weekday from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on 101.7 FM, 1510 a.m. WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
DJ Brother Z, holla at me.
Juice, you ready?
Oh, I'm ready. Benjamin, are you ready?
Let's get it.
They don't even know what's about to happen.
We're about to take over the world. See, what y'all don't understand is everything that's old is done. But everything that's new, that's us.
It's getting real juicy.
It's amazing.
Voices defining a generation.
You grow up thinking the world is all roses and bunnies and things like that, and
Peaches and cream.
literally, and it's not.
The most impactful commentary.
I am taught to protect women and children and die for my country. These are the types of things I'm taught. Sure, I put my life on the line. Sure, I could have died that day or whatever, but these are the types of things that come along with being a man. At least I would have died with my honor.
Real news, real lives, and the juiciest conversations.
Noni. it's really juicy.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studios in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here are your award-winning hosts, Ben Jammin and Carrie Noni Juice.
What's up, everybody? What's poppin'? Happy Thursday. You are now jamming with Juice. I am your girl, Noni Juice, always keeping it juicy. And, of course, I got my boy Ben jamming with me.
It's amazing.
It is amazing. But we are not alone, Ben jamming. We are not alone. We are not alone. We are not alone.
We got a goat in the building. Okay?
We do have a goat in the building.
Bah.
And, you know, it's kind of crazy because now you're on our show, Mr. Sherwin Hughes.
Thanks. Oh, come on. Cut it out. What's wrong with y'all on that stuff? I've been wanting to do this show, though.
Yay. I
What do you mean?
We're only a few days old.
I'm just saying, I said to you guys before you started that I can't wait to hang out with you guys.
That's true. You definitely did want to hop on.
Right. Well, we're so happy
Kick with
that
the
you are
youngsters.
here today.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, I'm even more excited because of why you are here and the conversation we're going to get into, because I feel like you're the perfect person to have this conversation with. But we're not going to start there. We're going to start with your event that is tomorrow, Beyond the Mic. So I want you to tell us, how did this even come about? Was this your idea?
It was. So what I wanted to do originally was get from behind the microphone and get out there and mix and mingle in person and meet and talk to, in real life, some of our listeners, because the listeners of my program are a cut above the rest. They're special. They're interesting. They're really, really funny. And here at 101.7 The Truth, we want to do as many community-involved things as we possibly can. And I think this would be a great idea for, you know, me to meet some of our listeners, some of our callers, but then also for other hosts and other producers to come on out and meet, you know, Truth Nation in a relaxed, comfortable environment, a Black-owned business. That's the whole point of Beyond the Mic. I want to show and showcase African-American-owned establishments that the larger community may not be familiar with, and at the same time have a social environment where Truth listeners can reminisce about shows and meet hosts and producers and just have an all-around good time. So first one is tomorrow from 5 until 7 p.m. at Gibraltar in the 3rd Ward. We're going to give away a bunch of stuff. Stays to the Chula Vista, the St. Kate's Arts Hotel, Cousin Subs gift cards, and a 4-pack of Brewers tickets. So we really want to celebrate y'all. We want to celebrate Gibraltar and a Black-owned establishment. and just have a good time, you know?
Yes, I love that. Y'all know I love me a good time. Okay, they don't call me Juice for nothing.
No,
it
you
get
definitely
real
get to it.
juicy. You
It
know
gets
what
real
I'm saying?
juicy around you, Juice.
Yes, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love when we all get together. And Sherwin knows this. Like, Sherwin knows I am one of the biggest advocates for the Truth teammates to be able to come together. But then to add on fans as well, like, that is so awesome. However, it can be kind of crazy.
Kinda.
Yes.
If half of the people that call my show show up and have those same conversations in person, plus they got a specialty cocktail. It's got vodka in it. That's all they tell me. It's going to be a Sherwin cocktail on special. So if
That's
you
what
get
it's called?
those,
A Sherwin cocktail?
I don't know.
The Sherwinator got to be called something. Sherwin juice?
He called me late one night. He said, hey, they want to put a menu, cocktail on the menu.
I wonder where they got that idea.
I don't know. But I guess it's going to be at a discounted price because apparently if you name it after me, it's got to be cheap.
It could be called Hughes Views, though.
A cheap date.
It could, maybe. Who knows what they're going to do?
Wait, what did you say?
Hughes Views. You know, I mean, that is your Facebook
I got a Facebook group.
Yeah.
Here's what you guys need to do, and maybe this is just the old person in me. Have a Facebook group or a social media group that's specific to your show, where listeners and fans of your show know where they can connect with you and they can give you feedback on topics. You guys can float things to them, but it's specific. It'll be a Jammin' with Juice, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Like, you guys have your own, but then create one that is of your show, and you'll literally see the personality of your show unfold on social media. And you can test topics there too.
Yeah, I think we do that a little bit on like our social media stories or something. You know, like I used to do that a lot when I was going to do the show. I would ask people, hey, or not even ask them, but I would tell them, like, we're going to talk about this. How do y'all feel about it? You know, tap in, and then I'll put the link and everything to the show and all that, or even afterwards. But Facebook is a good one because I've seen, I follow my girl TZ. She has a podcast called TZ Talks Podcast, and they actually have a Facebook group where it's their loyal people who listen, and they are in there talking about topics. They're talking about like articles and stuff that is going on. And so I do think that there is some benefit to having like a Facebook group. I love your Facebook group.
Yeah, and people, well, they got to get approved by me to join because we don't want no trolls in there. But also, people will post their own articles. I am. I got to approve everything. But there'll be things that I may not be aware of that other members of the group are interested in. So they actually give me topics to discuss because they'll post things that are of interest to them.
No, that's very interesting, Sherwin. Now, in regards to the Beyond the Mic, like, what does it mean to you to like to be doing this Beyond the Mic? Like, because I know, you know, it's been a long time coming. Right? It's been a very long time coming. But for us to be having this Beyond the Mic event, like, what does it mean to you to have it?
I think it's fantastic because what we do is nothing without the people that support us. I think a lot of folks don't get that. If we don't have listeners and we don't have a radio station and we don't have sponsors, and being able to connect with our listeners personally, because, I mean, y'all have noticed is the people that listen to us, they really listen. Like, they set their watches to our respective shows, and being able to get from behind the mic and go beyond the microphone and personally connect with folks that make the truth as successful as it is. I mean, we're the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. We got great content creators, great hosts, but we got great fans. We got a great audience. So Beyond the Mic actually celebrates them as well because our success is nothing without them.
So what are some of your fans saying? Because you've been promoting this for a while. Are they excited? Like, what are they saying they're going to do to you when they see you?
The Shack Attack?
You know, you doing meet and greets with these folks?
I think we might have created a monster. So, because you've got, you know, the people that text in, right, and the people that call. But then you have like this relatively new thing to 101.7 The Truth, and it's the YouTube channel and the YouTube chat stream, which is its own entity. And like those people on the YouTube, like they have their own conversations, like irrespective of what I'm talking about. And I think a lot of them want to meet one another. So
that's so nice.
Yeah, they want to all come together and enjoy each other's company in person.
Create a community inside of a community.
Yeah, so to the YouTube people, I'm an afterthought because a lot of them have already met me, but they're more interested in meeting the people that they chat with every day. So my show is like a meetup for people.
Dog, how does it feel to like to meet your fans? Like, you've had fans for over like 10 years now. You've been in the game for a long time. Like, how does it feel to have fans? What kind of love do you strive to give to your fans when you do meet them?
It depends on where it is and what state of mind I'm in, but I usually love it.
What state of mind?
I know, right?
Because listen, they'll catch you when you least expect it. There you go.
I feel that.
But no, I always take the time to say hello and to spend time with them because I got to show them how much I appreciate them because without them, there's no way that I would even be able to do this. So I always make sure I stay humble and I talk to them and chat with them. And, you know, I'm a personable guy, hugs and handshakes and that kind of stuff. And the craziest thing is people will bring up stuff that I don't remember saying. But you got to be mindful of there are things that we say to people doing this job that are just a part of us talking.
Yeah.
That it may hit people emotionally, or it may change their life, or it might give them information they never had before and it sticks with them. And they'll bring up things that I mentioned. I mean, even when I was way back at WNO, be like, oh, Sherwin, on September 15th, 2013, you hit it. I'm like, yo. But it's powerful, though, you know, because when you're talking to people, you're right in their ears, and we are very connected to their actual brains, and they remember the stuff that we say. And so connecting with people and hearing how I may have positively impacted them is always cool.
Man, that is so true. Okay, I got a story real quick because people do remember what you say, and I don't remember what I say sometimes. So I remember I had did the show, and I was talking about Christmas. And I was talking about how, like, I don't want to buy Christmas gifts because I don't want people to buy Christmas gifts for me. And I went on this whole rant talking about Christmas gifts. Tell me why I'm in the Target and I see someone, or I don't see them, but they see me. And I'm in the Target, and I'm looking at like a Christmas section that I was going to get a gift for. I was going to buy Corey's sister a gift because I was just going to get her a gift. It looked like she would like it. And so a listener came up, and I can't remember who it was. I feel like it was Jamila. Shout out Jamila if you're listening. But she was like, oh, I thought you wasn't buying no Christmas gifts. And I turned around, and I was like,
congratulations, you played yourself.
Right. I turned around, and I was like, hold up, I'm still not getting no Christmas because I was just, looking at some stuff. So people do remember, like, what you are saying.
That's how they catch you slipping. When you least expect to see a listener, because now that people see our faces now, because I'm from old school radio where it's just my voice. But now because we're on YouTube and we're all over social media, like people actually recognize us. I get caught slipping at Meijer a lot, the grocery store on 114th, bro. At Meijers, I get caught all the time. I don't know what it is about the black folks who either go there or work there, but they all know who I am. So shout out to Meijers.
Well, I want to. Did you have something you was going to say, Ben?
Oh, you know what? In all honesty, the question that I did have for you, Sherwin, is honestly, again, you've been in this game for over 10 years. What has been the craziest experience What has been the craziest experience you've experienced with a fan? Because there's some crazy fans out there now, Sherwin.
I can name one where he wasn't even there.
Hey.
Me and Zach were there, though.
Hey.
Terrifying.
Oh, my goodness. There's been so many. Define crazy. Just someone who's...
Like, it made you uncomfortable.
Yeah, very
But not Miss Shaq. I know Miss Shaq makes you uncomfortable sometimes, but that's a different uncomfort.
Ever flashed you?
Ooh. That wouldn't make him uncomfortable.
There's been people that have been infatuated because they hear you every single day and they're curious about you.
Right. Say your voice is sexy.
Okay, so here's one. Men wanting to hang out with me.
You talk about that a lot.
Because it's common.
And I know who you talk about.
It's several men. And it depends. Like there's one guy, and I think that they mean well. But he said, oh, sure, when I was listening to you and I love the way you talk about politics, let's hang out. I want to buy you lunch. And if you want to go and have some drinks, hey, how about Friday night at 7 o'clock? Meet me here or anywhere that you want to go. I'm like, yo, appreciate you listening to the show. But I just can't just meet somebody because they heard something that was interesting. So that actually happens a lot. And it's weird. I mean, I'm flattered by it, but I'm like, no, I'm not. How do I look?
I mean, what's wrong with it, though, Sherwin?
Would you do it?
If the
some
price
dude
is right,
named Jacob with a beard? Ben Jammin, I love the way you say amazing. You want to get drunk with me?
I mean, that sounds a little. That sounds
like
a little
if they slide in your DMs.
That's where they're hitting me up in the DMs.
Okay, I mean, honestly, so is the profile like of a homosexual man? Because that has happened to me before.
What?
Bro.
Not the profile
What,
of
is supposed to be wearing a dress?
man.
That's what happened.
No,
to me.
you
Bro,
never know.
Gay people look regular, bro.
Well, look, I'm just saying from my experience. This gay dude, he hit me up in my inbox, and I just was trying to see, okay, what you really talking about? So I go to look at his profile.
What?
And yeah, the man had
Ben was interested.
No,
that's
see what he talking about.
sapiosexual stuff, bro.
No, I'm just saying because he had a business idea.
You out.
He had a business idea, a business proposition. But when I went to his actual page, he was a cross dresser and all these other things, and his beard was dripping with oils. And
what did you do?
I let it be. I just let it be because I was like,
Dog really considered it, bro.
I did. I'm a good person. Sometimes I may be a little naive, but Again, Sherwin, there's some crazy friends out here. So, what's wrong with you just kicking it with one of your male friends? They might because
they're not.
I think it's the pressure that they put. Like, it's like, hey, can we do it? And then it's the consistency of it, because you get it a lot from sometimes the same people over and over and over again after he's denied them. It's like, leave me alone.
Okay, so what if a woman approached you in the same way, Sherwin? You'd be okay? You'd be okay with that?
No, because there's this thing like, no, you can't do that.
It depends on if she pretty.
I like your beard, Sherwin.
It's
salt and pepper.
Okay, it's a little more complicated because don't meet your heroes. Not that I'm anybody's hero, but a lot of times people, you don't look like you sound, or I was expecting something different. Because in people's minds that listen to us, we are totally different people than we actually are, and a lot of times if you meet them, they get disappointed.
No,
Dang, disappointed how though?
Because they expect us to be something that we're not. Expect us to be taller or shorter, or you don't look the way you look. I've been accused of being gay.
Yeah.
I described a date where I went out with a girl. I saw a woman at the grocery store. She's like, "Oh, sure, and whatever happened when you and that guy?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" It's like, "Oh, you described going out with a person. We just assumed that it was a man."
See, and that's my thing today, Sherwin. Because you know what? People from the outside looking in always are like, man, judging somebody's sex or judging the relationships that you're in. It makes me think, Juice. It makes me think that maybe they were never shown affection at home. You know what I'm saying?
Potentially.
Yeah, they were never shown affection at home. Maybe they weren't loved. Maybe they never even saw their parents show any affection in the home, and that's why they consistently always point to everybody else in their relationships.
Beautiful segue, too. It's a gorgeous segue. Like,
that is exactly what I would love to talk about. You know what I'm saying? We luckily are going to be able to keep Sherwin Hughes around just a little while longer, talking about exactly what Benjamin just said and going into a deep dive of relationships, because y'all know Mr. Sherwin Hughes is the king of 100%. Relationship advice.
The love doctor. Dr. Love.
Dr. Love.
Dr. Love himself is in the building. So stick around, y'all. You are tapped in with Jammin' with Juice. We'll be right back.
Don't touch that dial. You are Jammin' with Juice on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Like and subscribe to our 1017 The Truth YouTube channel.
Tune in to the award-winning 1017 The Truth Business Spotlight this Thursday at 3:57 p.m. between the Tori Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. We'll be speaking with Alex Eichhorn, partner and attorney at Taybeck Law, about why they are one of the best worker compensation benefit law firms in the state and how they work to ensure that you get the workers' compensation benefits that are owed to you. Again, that is the Business Spotlight with Taybeck Law this Thursday at 3:57 p.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
The Empowerment Small Business Loan Program, we're talking about up to $5 million, which for small business owners, we need that. That's like payroll, that's resources. So can you just let us know, what is the program and why is this lending program so important to Old National Bank?
Years ago, our CEO, Jim Ryan, this program is his brainchild. He was working with Roland Shelton, who you know, Denise, out of Evansville, and they identified that African-American business owners, Hispanic business owners, Native American business owners, as well as women business owners had a difficult time in obtaining financing from the traditional credit partners. And so we went out, created a program, launched it last year, 2023. And so far last year, we have helped over 100 successful minority and women-owned businesses with about $25 million in loans. We've already started this year with almost $8 million in approvals, again, geared toward minority business owners and women business owners that normally had difficulties in obtaining traditional credit finance.
Grab tickets to any Brewers game now. Next up, it's a can't-miss homestand against the Cubs and the White Sox, the week of May 27th through June 2nd. Open up a new chapter of the I-94 rivalry May 27th through the 30th as the Brewers take on the Cubs. Then join Happy Days theme night for a Bronze Fonz bobblehead at the game on Friday, May 31st. Get in on a big week of Brewers action now at brewers.com/tickets.
Introducing your trusted partner for all your freight transportation needs, it is Out the Mud Hauling. From local to long-distance hauls, they ensure seamless, timely deliveries for businesses nationwide. They offer a variety of services like cross-docking, order fulfillment, debris removal, hazardous material handling, pallet storage, and much more. Whether you're a seasoned shipper or an aspiring entrepreneur, trust Out the Mud Hauling for all your trucking needs across the USA. Contact them today at 262-278-5600. $15.95. Out the mud hauling.
More of Jammin' with Juice is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Like and subscribe to 1017 The Truth on YouTube so you don't miss a drop of juice on Jammin' with Juice.
Really whack shit. To make them do a backflip. Let's go. We the ones really eating fast. Caught a body 23. That was last year.
What's up, y'all? You are now jamming with Juice. I'm your girl, Noni Juice. I was keeping it juicy. That has been jamming.
It's amazing.
And that over there is Sherwin Hughes.
Hi.
You need a thing.
What do you mean I need a
like
thing?
a tagline. What's your tagline?
Why you got a tagline, Sherwin?
I don't know, because I'm old school.
Hey, Sherwin.
They used to have taglines. Think about Reggie Smooth as Butter Brown.
I was just listening to Les Brown earlier today.
They do different kind of media than me. And actually, Reggie Brown's unemployed.
But I'm saying he had anything around your age. He's a little older than you, actually.
Older than me.
Then he had a little
Smooth as butter.
tagline,
Well, then I'll take his tagline because he ain't using his no more.
He's still using it.
Oh. He just says it to himself in the mirror.
You're
Smooth
funny,
as butter
dude.
brown.
Anyway.
I'm still smooth as butter.
Sherwin Hughes is here in the building because he is talking about his Beyond the Mic event that is tomorrow. We want all of y'all to come out. Not all of y'all. Okay, if you're crazy, stay at home.
I'm so scared.
If you're crazy, stay at home.
Did y'all? Never mind. Should I say that? Should I?
And it's free too. We should have charged.
It's crazy people that come up to our windows from time to time, and those be the type of people we be scared of. All right, I'll be terrified. Okay, I wave at people, but I wave so they can leave. All right?
Dog, stop
I'm
it.
just keeping it
What
real.
is that person listening right now? Like, man, he was fake.
You know they can scan this little QR code and listen in
to
real
us.
time.
Exactly.
That's true.
But
That's what they do.
anyway, Benjamin did a lovely tease before we got out of here. I want to talk to Sherwin Hughes about relationships, but not just relationships, but the affection that you get from your parents and how it affects you as an adult. So I was having a conversation with our lovely content director, Kyle Wallace. He said I could use his name. So that is why I'm doing it. And we were talking about his parents.
Negro, please.
And he was talking to his parents, and he was saying how, we were just talking about how as our parents get older, we need to know where they are and what they're doing at all times, because it was a point in time where his mom was out getting some tea or coffee with one of her sisters, and for 2 hours they weren't answering the phone, and he was concerned. And so that led us into the conversation of, does your mom and your dad go out and do things together? And he pretty much said they don't really kick it, but they go to events together or they go on trips together. But day-to-day stuff, like going out to dinner, going out to restaurants, going out and doing all this other stuff, they don't really do all of that. And Kyle, speaking for himself, he's like, well, because sometimes women can be annoying, And so I understand how maybe dads and moms, they don't always do stuff together because they have their own lives, they want their own space, and yada, 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 et cetera, et cetera. But then I was like, well, dang, they didn't really did that mean they didn't really show affection to each other? Or did you see them hugging each other and things like that? And he said, not really. Baby boomers weren't really the affectionate type of parents. But I said, okay, well, do you feel like you got a lot of affection from your parents? He said, yeah, I still got affection from my parents. I was very spoiled. They loved me. I was very loved. I still feel loved to this day. But baby boomers, they didn't really show affection within their childhood homes. But the mom and the dad, they didn't just hug and kiss each other and all this other stuff. And so I think in my mind, in my imagination, what a real family is supposed to be like is, kind of like the TVs and the movies when they say, honey, I'm home. Oh, how was your day? And beautiful. And they were bursting my bubble saying that is not reality. And so I'm confused. And I want to know, did you, Sherwin Hughes, did you see your parents kind of hug each other, love each other, kiss each other growing up? And did that have an effect on you?
So not a lot of it. I remember one time I saw my father, my mother was getting something out of the oven and she was just wearing like a terry cloth robe, and she was just bent over. My dad said, yeah, look at that, yeah. And he's he grabbed it, and it was disgusting to me. But they mostly kept their like personal, intimate affection away from me. They didn't really hug much and kiss much. I mean, I would see them every now and again, just like hellos and goodbyes, that kind of stuff. But I used to hear them hump all the time. Yes.
Damn.
And
Where
it
was your bedroom?
traumatized me. So when I was growing up, my bedroom was right across the hallway from theirs.
Oh, that is yucky.
But then my brother I got a brother that's way younger than me. And so then when he was growing up, then because I was away at college, my bedroom was then in the basement, so I was away from the humping. But like, I think I heard when they conceived him, because they used to. So did I see affection at home? I didn't see it, but I heard it. It's disgusting. But that's a healthy marriage and relationship when you hear the humping.
How do you feel it affected you?
It was gross.
Well, not just that. Like, do you feel like by your dad saying stuff like that it showed you like how a husband and a wife were supposed to kind of act together?
Yeah, more than just husband and a wife, but like a mother and a father, like life partners.
Yeah.
Right? Like this is what it's like to be with somebody forever. The good, the bad, the ugly. I saw the entire thing. But I also saw in the real world, when it comes to my life, how hard that is to duplicate, because it don't exist like that no more, where you surrender to another human being for better or for worse. As you get to know them and you learn them more, you're going to find out stuff about them that you don't like, but it doesn't matter because that's just who you're with and you just accept it.
Okay, well, when you were growing up, do you feel like you got a lot of affection from your parents, regardless of what you saw them doing to one another throughout the day?
They showed affection in different ways. Like my dad would show affection by like taking me places and doing things with just me and him. My mother was more, until my brother was born, that was the big sticking point. So my brother was born when I was 14. I'm no longer the baby. Yeah. Which actually worked out well for me, because as I'm starting high school, I wanted more independence. I didn't want to be like micromanaged my teenage years. But before my brother was born, then I got all the affection. Like I could do no wrong, leave him alone. That's my baby. But then when Tyler was born, like I disappeared, which I actually didn't mind, because then I could go and live the life of a teenager that was unsupervised.
What about you, Ben? Well, your parents, they weren't really.
Hey, I'm just a black American boy, okay? I'm
just a black boy from
Are you
Racine.
an affectionate person?
You know what? I would like to ask you, are you an affectionate person?
I am an affectionate person. And I feel like kids who are affectionate people, they grew up in households where they saw a lot of affection. That is just how my mind works.
Or the
not
opposite.
always.
Or they didn't get affection and they want to give it and show it because it was missing in their life.
Well, because, honestly, Sherwin, what I actually wanted to go into, because one thing that you said right there is that, hey, you know what? I grew up actually hearing my parents have sex.
Wow, you wanted to go back to that.
Yeah, that's what's stuck in my mind. Like, it's been great. It's part of your trauma. No, you traumatized me.
Oh my
God. Okay, you traumatized me now, Sherwin. So ultimately, it's kind of like, again, how do you even go about viewing love and relationships from that? Because you are the Sherwinator. You are the love doctor. How has it affected you in your adult years? Because a lot of times when we do grow up, we tend to start thinking back to like, okay, how our childhood truly affected us. How did it affect you?
Sex is a part of it, right? Even if...
sex is, come on now. That's surface level. Let's go deeper.
Okay, Dr. Phil. So here's the thing. So regardless of how long people have been together, because people say, oh, we've been together for 10, 15 years, we don't have sex anymore. Not my freaky ass parents. They had a baby when I was 14 years old. You know what I mean? And I don't know.
Wait, what's the age difference? What's the age gap then?
14 years. I was starting my freshman year of high school. My mother told me that she was pregnant when I was in 8th grade, and I didn't believe her. I was like, no way. I was like, there's no way you're pregnant. I'm like, you're too old. She's like, yeah, you're going to have a little brother and sister.
Well, how old were they when they had you? I guess I just say, because
in
they
20s.
Okay, but they were still young.
Yeah. My mom was
in their 30s then.
26. No, my mother was 39. My dad was in his early 40s, mid 40s.
Oh, come on, Sherman.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I'm thinking they had kids in their 50s.
No, but back in the day, though, people had their kids early. And they stopped having kids by the time they was 35. No women got pregnant at 40 really back then. It was rare. It's more common now, because now women are going to school, they're getting careers, they're getting master's degrees, and they're waiting to have kids. Back in the day,
that's what they was trained for. Like basically, once they get into their into their 20s, early 30s, they need to have kids right then and there, married. Those are the type of traditions they were brought up off of.
My parents met in 1973, and they worked at the post office. They worked together for 40 years too, which is another whole dynamic.
Oh my God, they never got away from each other.
Well, they worked in different parts of the post office, but actually, my childhood friend, his father introduced my parents. He worked at the damn post office too.
Yeah,
and they came home with gossip and all sorts of other stuff, but. Yeah, it was.
It seemed like they were
unique
best
experience.
friends. And isn't that what you
Not
want in a
always.
marriage, is like for that person to be your best friend, to do stuff with you? Because when Kyle told me like his parents don't really do stuff together unless they go to events or like take trips and stuff, I'm like, dang, so they don't just go bowling every once in a while, or they don't just, go grab a drink somewhere at a nice restaurant? I feel like you should be best friends with the person who you're with. Isn't that how it works, or is that just how it is on TV and movies?
It's TV and movies, bro. Everything is a lie. Okay, you may have grown up believing that that's how relationships are supposed to be, but it's a lie. Ultimately, even it's again, Sherwin. You heard your parents having sex.
Why you keep bringing it up?
You shouldn't have even told him that.
Because okay. There's the superhero story that you become a Sherwinator, and there's the evil villain story, which actually goes to, what's the word I'm looking for? Sexualize the child, right? Like it actually opens them up to a whole different can of worms that they never even thought of before. And the only reason I'm saying this is because, truthfully, I remember when I was younger, there was there was a child who ended up being molested by his friend, and ultimately he got molested because his friend saw his parents having sex.
This is taking a really weird turn. So I didn't
Crazy.
see
Crazy.
my parents. I heard them, and it wasn't sexual for me. It was disgusting. I was appalled by the time I probably heard them when I was younger, just didn't know what it was. But as I got like to puberty age and I heard it, I was like, oh, I know what the hell they're doing. It was disgusting. And it did not make me, it made me see my parents differently. Now as I'm older, they were a healthy, functioning couple that had been married because they met in 1973, had me in 1975. So they had been together for 12, 13, 14 years and still actively engaged in physical affection. But it wasn't, so I was like, ooh, I want to be doing what they do. I was like, this is gross. Because I wasn't like, sex didn't really enter my lexicon until I started high school.
When'd you lose your virginity?
16. Back in the day, you had to have a car. You wasn't getting nothing if you didn't have a car. Women wouldn't even, like that, because you went to the mall.
Yeah.
Right, and that's where we met women. Like that was our social media, that was our Twitter. But if you had a car, that was when doors opened up for more than doors, legs opened.
Oh wow!
But, yeah.
On that note,
Bruh.
I want to know, y'all. Do you feel as though the person who you're in a relationship with should be your best friend? Because this is asinine to me. That people, and it seems like that's the normal thing, that when you get married, they're not really your best friend anymore. Y'all have individual lives and you get sick of each other and you get annoyed with each other. And I don't want to believe that that is reality. So 833-212-1017. If your significant other is your best friend, I want to hear from you. And if they're not, I want to hear from you. We are going to be right back. More with Sherman Hughes and Ben Jammin and your girl Noni Juice. It's Jammin' with Juice.
Jammin' with Juice returns after this on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube.
On Diversity and Excellence powered by Erie Insurance, I am so excited to talk about the different ways that Erie Insurance can help with our community growth, can provide job opportunities from Erie Insurance Corporate, or with our local agency force. I'm really excited about the education of generational wealth in our Black and Brown communities and how we are a part of the communities here locally. There's so much more we can be a part of. Listen to me, Fred Johnson, on Diversity and Excellence, powered by Erie Insurance.
Eagle Sports Range has an unbeatable offer on concealed carry license classes. For just $49, enroll in their 3-hour class led by expert instructors prioritizing safety. Learn laws, techniques, and mindset for responsible carrying. Stick around for an optional hour of range time with instructors included in the package. Practice under professional guidance and gain confidence. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. every day at 2525 East Layton Avenue in Cudahy. Secure your spot at eaglesportsrange.com. Eagle Sports Range, where safety meets skill.
What is at stake for African American voters in this election?
A great deal is at stake. All the progress we've made is at stake. For example, right now we've lowered healthcare costs. I've been able to walk in and make sure we forgive student debt for people who are struggling to get to school. We've provided billions of dollars to HBCUs to give them a fighting chance. We've changed prescription drug costs by allowing Medicare to negotiate drug prices so that people on insulin are paying $35 a month instead of $400 a month, and all prescription drugs can be limited to $2,000 a year, even though cancer drugs are $10,000, $12,000, $14,000. We're strengthening Medicare. Look, we stand stand up for principles. Our democracy is at stake, in fact. Look what he's doing with Putin and with Kim Jong-un of North Korea. Look at him saying, we don't think a country is paying enough for their own defense, then when they get invaded by the Russians or anyone else, that's up to them. We're not going to help. He has a fundamentally different view than the vast majority of Republicans, I might add, in the past, as well as me and the Democratic Party.
To hear more of President Joe Biden's interviews with Sherwin Hughes, visit 1017thetruth.com and find it in the interview podcast tile, or download the 1017 The Truth app today. Milwaukee Black Talk.
Now, if you haven't already heard, Jammin' with Juice just got an upgrade. Starting Monday, May 20th, you can now catch me, your girl Noni Juice, and my partner, Ben Jammin, live weekdays from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Now, that calls for a celebration, so grab your cups and sip on that.
This is Jammin' with Juice on 1017 The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Shout out to the Juicy Jammers riding the wave.
It's exclusive. Go. Hey, all about my bucks, I guess that I'm gon' rhyme today. Hey, I'm just being honest, you know what I'm trying to say. Ain't worry about your squad, super teams get out the way. The day that we acquired Drew, yeah.
What's up, y'all, and welcome back to Jammin' with Juice. I'm your girl, Noni Juice. That has been Jammin' over there. And we got Sherwin Hughes in the building talking about relationships, of course, because I love just talking about relationships with Sherwin because I feel like he's always wrong. But I don't know if I'm wrong on this one, and I want y'all to let me know. 833-212-1017. When it comes to you being married or even just being in a relationship, should that person be your best friend? Should you want to go do things with them? Or as with age, you know, when you have the marriage and you guys get older, you kind of just start doing things on your own. And it's like, okay, I've been with you for 35, 40 plus years, and now I'm cool just chilling by myself. I don't need to do everything with you. You know, is that a millennial thing? Because I even just recently saw on social media, and I guess social media isn't reality as well, but a lot of younger couples who have younger kids, they show a lot of affection to their, like, in front of the children. For example, there was a couple I just saw the other day. They were celebrating their anniversary, and they were in the kitchen, like, dancing, have a good time, and their toddlers came in. Well, I don't say, yeah, they're toddlers, like 4 and 3. They came in, they said, oh my gosh, are you guys happy? You know, you guys are dancing. And they were like, yeah, we're happy. You know, it's our anniversary. And so now the kids start dancing with the little siblings. And now it's a whole family thing of them dancing and everything. Is that fake? Or is that reality? Is that how marriage is supposed to go? Is that how you choose the person who you want to be with?
It ain't never going to be like that all the time. So it is an illusion, because it's sometimes, if Michelle Obama said that she hated or didn't like or didn't, whatever she said about Barack for 10 years of their marriage, like, that's what marriage actually is. You will have expanses of time where you can't stand the sight of your partner. There's other times where you do dance in the kitchen, but I think the images that are promoted on social media are only people promoting and showing the best parts of their relationship, because nobody's going to show them fighting, you know, and the disagreements and the infidelity. They're not going to show that stuff. But don't get it twisted. There will be periods of time where you will not like your partner and will second guess your decision to be with them. That's a part of it.
Yeah, I know it's challenging.
Yeah, it is challenging. That's very interesting. But right now, you know, call in 833-212-1017. You know, did your parents show a lot of affection towards one another as you grew up? You know, and hit us on the YouTube chat or just text in right now. But with that being said, I actually wanted to read a text really quick, Juice. This lady goes on to say, look, my husband and I are best friends. All right, so that actually goes to say what you were saying to prove your point. She goes on to say, look, been married for 35 years. We don't like each other, but totally love each other. We are our ride or die besties. We call going to Menards our dates. And I think that's part of a relationship. Just finding things that you guys just both genuinely like, and it's just up to y'all. You know, you guys may like going to the movies together, and even if everybody else can't understand it, it's up for y'all to understand, because it's y'all world together, and y'all share it, you know? So that's interesting.
The biggest influence that I think the parents can have on their children when it comes to how they will view their future relationships, like, this hit me hard when I read this. Parents should treat their children so good that when that child grows up and gets mistreated, it's obvious. So So whenever someone is disrespectful to them or mean to them, it goes so counter and contrary to how they were raised and loved and cared for that they will immediately spot someone being disrespectful and mistreating them, and they will exit those relationships. I think too many people saw too much disrespect. They were disrespected as kids. They saw the mother disrespect the father, et cetera, et cetera. So when they go out into the world and become adults, they think that being treated poorly and disrespect is a part of a relationship, and it's not. It's supposed to be the opposite.
No, that man, honestly, Sharon, I think you hit it right on the head with that, though. You know, because it's an juxtaposition, right? Because on one end, you may grow up in a very loving home, very affectionate home. You saw your mom and your dad kissing each other, maybe even humping from time to time.
Why are you looking at them do that? He didn't say he saw them.
See him.
That's what I'm saying. He heard it.
Heard some things. He might have heard of.
Have you seen some things? What is going on, bro?
I'm just throwing these out here, okay? or you know, you might have also grown up in a household where you were constantly disrespected, you were constantly abused. So when you do grow up to become the adult that you're going to be one day, that you cannot actually differentiate in between love or hate. You can't differentiate between respect or disrespect, and that's so crazy for you to put it that way, Sherwin. But I think that's true because your childhood is the foundation of who you become. You know, so what you're willing to tolerate, what you're willing to put up and expect, you know, all comes from that. It stems from that, you know. And ultimately, that's why we do need more affection, if not even just in a childhood home, but even in our adult years. Some people are going and growing with holes inside of them just because there's empty spaces, empty voids, if you will, that still need to be fulfilled, you know. And they always go to say, you know, it's so much harder to heal a grown adult than versus a child, you know, and it's so many hurt adults out here these days, and again, they come from a lot of those homes and those upbringings that again had a bunch of negativity in them.
My thing is, I understand that a lot of us are hurt as adults because of what happened in our childhood, a lot of childhood trauma and things like that, and I don't want to invalidate people's feelings for having those feelings as an adult, right? But one thing that I don't like right now is the fact that us millennials and some Gen X, we're raising our children in spite of how our parents raised us. And I feel as though by doing that, we are losing a lot of those values and morals that we still need to see. So not even just being affectionate, but even just certain rules that they implemented on us. And we're like, nah, I don't want to do that, you know, and I don't want to bring up church because y'all hate when I bring up Jesus.
You got to think about it, though, Juice. You got to think about it.
But they messing them up, too.
True, but Sherwin's generation, which was your mom and your dad's generation, was the silent generation, which were also traditionalists.
Well, they're
right?
boomers, so their parents were silent, which shaped who. Like my parents didn't receive affection. So I think, and it depends on the baby boomer though, because they didn't receive affection. They either raised their kids devoid of affection, or they went above and beyond and were super affectionate to make up for the affection that they didn't get. My parents may have been somewhere in the middle, but it wasn't really heavy one way or the other. They weren't like neglectful. And when they were neglectful, I appreciated it because I could just do my own thing because I'm a natural born only child.
Yeah.
But then there was times where they did show affection and I did feel loved.
What do y'all think will be the future of like just people showing love and affection? You know, because as we enter this digital age that we are in, you know, it seems like love and affection just comes off of likes and loves on Facebook and Instagram.
I think one, we have to, and I love looking at social media. Everybody know this. I'm a social media girly. But we have to not necessarily idolize what we're seeing on social, because I understand.
Because we got relationship goals now.
But that's what I'm saying. We can't idolize people we don't know. Like even with Will and Jada, everyone's like, "Oh my God, they were the it couple." Like we don't know them, or they like, "Oh my God, Diddy! I just can't believe Diddy would." They're still humans at the end of the day. So it's really the inner work is what we have to do with ourselves and with the people who we're choosing to be around.
Because all those things are lies. All right,
Carrie, even you were just under the illusion that what you saw on social media was like what real relationships are supposed to be about.
I think it's part of it. I'm not going to say that every single person who puts up some highlights isn't faking it, because I agree that they are faking it, but I don't believe every single post is a fake post. I think there are still genuine posts out there that show real love and affection.
You know what they say is an underscore of the weakness in a relationship is the person or relationship having to constantly post about their relationship each and every day. Because honestly, I've seen this time and time again. Like there's a couple who is Facebook famous, all right, and I personally know this person, and there was a player. There was a player their whole entire life. Got up with this chick, and they going to the Bahamas. Oh man, life is great. Oh, this is bae forever. This is bae for life. They out in Thailand. Oh man, I never experienced a love like this. And then come back to where they came from, and it's like I can't even stand this person no more. You know, I don't even love this person no more. Why he ain't texting me back? And these are posts that are actually happening on Facebook. So these are the types of things and affection that people are, portraying to a large group of people. But for what? It's kind of like people are also looking for the validation on top of the affection inside of a relationship. Why not just be validated by your relationship inside your relationship? But, it's just, here we are. It's 2024.
I don't know, y'all. Because think about me. I have a camera around 24/7. Y'all know this.
Yeah, and it's annoying.
That is genuinely me just recording stuff. And so if I post it out in my vlogs, whatever, make sure y'all tap into my YouTube channel, No Need Juice, because I'm going to be posting vlogs. Once I'm posting these vlogs, are y'all going to say, oh, she posting on social media, so that's fake? Like some stuff we do be faking. Like just earlier we had faked having Rhea come back down them stairs.
But viewers can't tell. That's what you post is what people are going to take as reality.
Yes.
But the future of relationships,
most of it is reality,
are doomed because of social media. Most of what you see is theater. It is fake. And the example is men don't even know how to talk to and approach women anymore because what they can do and say online is way different in the social media world than actually in real life. Men don't have game anymore. You know what men do now? Send penis pictures and expect a woman to respond to that, and like that's game now. Where back in the day, you got to actually talk to a woman and engage her and be interesting and be funny. Like men are not learning that anymore. And so where relationships are developing from, because let's be honest, a lot of people are meeting on social media. They are meeting in a world that is pure fantasy of filters. People don't actually look like. Nobody has that much damn fun. Nobody's life is a nonstop vacation. What people put out in the world, if anything, it's an exposition of their insecurity. This is the life that I want people to think I have, but I actually cry at night.
Whoa!
No, I'm just saying. Nobody's lives are like that.
So all I'm going to say is I hope we experience some of this at Beyond the Mic tomorrow.
I don't know what's going to happen.
I think it's just going to be a really great time at Beyond the Mic tomorrow. I'm not going to lie to you.
It's going to be some love and affection. Love. His
ADHD is kicking in.
Love and affection.
What? That's the song about Future and the pregnant lady.
She ain't pregnant right now, Rihanna.
Oh, yeah, her.
She's definitely pregnant.
Rihanna?
A$AP Rocky popped off again?
No!
Again, she's pregnant?
I don't want to say no, but
hey,
yay!
But what did Drake say? You better drop another kid if you're going to drop another album. You remember that?
How many baby daddies Rihanna have?
She got one.
Okay.
A$AP Rocky.
I know you did. I just assumed she had a bunch of baby daddies just because she's
black?
Rihanna.
Because she's black.
I don't know. Just assume.
Negro, please.
She's not married.
They're married. They're either married or engaged. They did a whole music video.
If they were married,
Just said they did a music video. You talk about social media thinking they're really married. I don't see no ring on her finger.
I done fell for it too. Well, the tattoo, they got a tattoo.
A lot of people get tattoos.
Look, I don't know if they got love and affection in their relationship or not, but Truth Nation, if y'all got love and affection in y'all relationship, call in, text in, shout out the one that you love, 833-212-1017.
We're going to wrap it up. On the other side, it's Jammin with Juice.
More of Jammin' with Juice is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Like and subscribe to 1017 The Truth on YouTube so you don't miss a drop of juice on Jammin' with Juice.
Truth Nation, join me, Sherwin Hughes, on Saturday, June 15th from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. at North Division High School for Axe Housing's free home buying seminar in partnership with BMO Harris Bank. Visit axehousing.org today to register for this informative event where you can be put on your path toward home ownership. There are absolutely no income limits. Meet with home buying and financial coaches who will answer any and all of your questions you have about the home buying journey. Get pre-approved for a home loan on the spot and so much more. Register today by visiting axehousing.org.
Hi, I'm a volunteer for Donald Trump.
Yeah, what do you want?
Your vote. Come on, Trump's our guy. He says he's the best guy ever for Black America. Better than Barack Obama.
Better than Obama? Trump's the guy who told America Obama was born in Africa. Never respected him enough to even accept him as president. All his white supremacist friends love that one.
Man, that is old news.
Old news? Here's what's not old news. Trump is telling us right now he wants to be a dictator. Says he'll rip up the Constitution. Says there'll be a bloodbath if he loses again like last time.
Yeah, I wish you hadn't heard that.
Trump calls all those white folks who attacked the Capitol on January 6th heroes and patriots. He wants to pardon them. What do you think he'd be saying if it had been black folks who attacked the Capitol?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. He'd call them criminals and thugs, say they should be in jail, and throw away the key.
Yeah.
Get out of here, man. I'm sticking with Biden.
Me too.
I'm Joe Biden, candidate for president, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Biden for president.
Protect your dream home with American Family Insurance, and you can weather any storm. You'll also save up to 25% by bundling home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com. Products are not available in every state. Discounts may not apply to all coverages on an auto or home policy. Discounts do not apply to life insurance policies. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company assigned its operating companies. American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Brewers 5-County Fridays are now Wisconsin First Fridays. Get half-price Brewers tickets for the entire state of Wisconsin at the First Friday Brewers home game every month. Come cheer on the Brewers from any corner of the Badger State and get 50% off your seats. Take advantage of this special offer and don't miss out on Friday night baseball all season. Check out the complete Brewers schedule of Wisconsin First Fridays and get your tickets now at brewers.com/Wisconsin Fridays.
The biggest names in the basketball world.
Dame Dollar Lillard.
Having fun and honest conversations.
He puts it in the shoe, right? And sets the tone for brothers and sisters and family.
Every week, Thanasis Adetokounmpo sits down with special guests on Thanalysis Show. Presented by Carbless Ready-to-Drink Cocktails.
Fantastic.
Find Thanalysis Show on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts. And on YouTube by searching Thanalysis Show.
More of Jammin' with Juice is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, 1017thetruth.com, and streaming live on YouTube. Like and subscribe to 1017 The Truth on YouTube so you don't miss a drop of juice on Jammin' with Juice.
Truth Nation and to the Juicy Jammers. Tune into the award-winning 1017 The Truth Business Spotlight today at 3:57 p.m. between the Tori Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. We will be speaking with Alex Eichhorn, partner and attorney at Tayback Law, about what they are one of the best workers' compensation benefit law firms in the state and how they work to ensure you get the workers' compensation. See, now I feel like Tori right now. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Man, powerful it is. Compensation benefits that are owned to you. Again, this is the Business Spotlight with Tayback Law today at 3:57 p.m. on the new 1017 The Truth. Make certain that you do tap into that Business Spotlight at 3:57 p.m. with Tayback Law today.
All right, always keeping it juicy. Shout out to all the Juicy Jammers in the YouTube chat right now. We actually have a poll going on YouTube. The question is, did your parents show a lot of affection towards one another as you grew up? Right now, 47% of that poll says no. It says no. So my whole life was a lie.
I got a question for you.
What happened to the honey, I'm home, and you give them a hug? What's up with that?
Speaking of affection, how are you two with public displays of affection? If you with your baby, you with bae, you with your boo, you with you with the 3rd Street Market Hall, do you show public affection to the person that you were with?
Nah, not really. I'm private.
Oh God, I do.
Whoa, you be making out in the middle of the club?
Oh God.
Ooh, Sherwin.
I grabbed that ass. Listen, I'm not like, that's mine. And the women that I am with appreciate it because I'm not hiding. If hey, everybody, look, give me a handful.
Facts.
I might even grab the front.
Straight up.
That's totally. That's fun.
Grab her.
You gonna get a ticket?
No, I ain't.
Nah, that's yours. That's yours.
Exactly.
I feel you, Sherwin.
Okay, can she slap your butt too? That's yours. That's hers.
Slap it if you
That's
want
hers.
to. Come on, get some.
Yup.
You got it. You got it, Sherwin. I mean, hey, if you like your booty slap, you got it, bro.
My woman, I don't shy away from her showing affection, and she's not trying to hide, because I don't like when couples don't even look like they couples, look like homies, like they walk in with their arms folded. Like, no, I'm gonna grab my girl's hand, I'm gonna have my arm around her, I'm give her a kiss. I do all that. Sometimes can't even wait till we get home.
Okay, so why are you not in a relationship then? Because you are a relationship guy. I know we only got a couple minutes, but my goodness.
A certain kind of woman. And that woman is hard to find. Women are living in hot girl summers. A lot of the women that I meet, they're
in their 50s?
They fresh out of like marriages, been married for 30 years, the kids are grown. Like they rediscover their adolescence now.
That is true.
And it's tough.
They're reborn again.
And they got money, they got confidence now. Like they're different women. And I'm a part of their exploration.
Yeah.
But they need to have a bunch of years where they're totally separated from their marriage and have a whole new life and have new friends. Then they might want to get in relationships again. Unless I date women that are younger, and that's not going to work out because they're too young. So I'm just doing my thug thizzle, you know?
Well, so hopefully some of them women can pop up at Beyond the Mic tomorrow with you.
Ooh, let's do a speed dating. Beyond the Mic speed dating tomorrow at Gibraltar. What time?
5 until 7. 131 North Jackson Street in the 3rd Ward.
Now, why did you pick Gibraltar?
I love that spot. It's So Evan Christian is he's an African American from Milwaukee, but like a world-renowned guitarist. So they have live music like pretty much every night of the week.
Oh, wow.
They play hip-hop, old school hip-hop, 90s hip-hop, throwback hip-hop on the weekends. It is a place after my own heart. So I just love Gibraltar, and I want to support Evan and make sure his business is successful.
I actually stopped at Gibraltar one time. Sherwin had told me and Corey to pull up. And we pulled up. They had music. It was a band there, and a dog was there. And
a dog in the bar, bro?
Ain't gonna be no dogs.
They did have a dog in the bar, and
gotta make the whites feel comfortable.
they had nuts and free nuts and chips. I think that was there.
They had snacks. Don't come looking for free nuts now.
Free nuts, just yours. But anyway. I hope everybody has a great time tomorrow at Beyond the Mic with Sherwin Hughes. I am so excited to go. I'm going to be there. Jammin is going to be there.
It's amazing.
You know, Jammin with Juice is going to be in the building. There are going to be some other Troop teammates there.
We're going to pour up our cups.
And, you know, I really appreciate this conversation. A lot of people in the chat, I love when people talk in the chat, okay? Especially when they talk to one another. This poll is in my way, so I can't really see everything.
I like what this person just said.
They said.
A dog inside of a bar is wild. And I'm telling you, if you go to a real white bar, they got dogs inside of it.
Oh, they got dog bowls.
They got dogs in the 3rd Street Market Hall.
Man. Well, that's actually very true, you know? And not just to help people out, not just to service dog.
But really, honestly, from this conversation, I just want people to start loving on each other more. Show some affection to your significant other, you know?
In public.
Like, just because the kids are watching, all right? The kids are watching, and you want them to have healthy examples of what it's like to be married, because we need more marriages, in my opinion. That could be another topic for another day. But shout out to everybody who has been tapped in today. This has been Jammin' with Juice. I am your girl, Noni Juice, always keeping it juicy. That has been Jammin'.
It's amazing!
Shout out to Sherwin Hughes for stopping through and giving us some relationship advice.
Anytime.
And people actually agree with you today, so I'm actually proud of that.
Of course they do.
All right, y'all. Now sip on that. The Tori Lowe Show is up next.
1017 The Truth and Associated Bank have teamed up for our Black-owned business give back. Each quarter, we'll be giving away $6,000